Give me love and give me life.
What's up guys, welcome back to another GGF video, and today we're taking a look at the brand new LIAN LI UNIFAN AL120s. Now there's been quite a bit of hype for these lately, considering when the original UNIFAN SL120s were launched, everyone was trying to get their hands on them. They were very, very rare. I think they've started to come back into stock recently, but now LIAN LI have these new versions that are coming out. They're being launched as of this video is being released, but I think pre-order links are going up. I'll throw them in the description below. And then I think in a few weeks, you'll be able to get your hands on these fans. Now this is just a quick look video. I haven't had these for long. It's not an in-depth review, testing air pressure, sound levels and all that. They are very similar spec to the original ones. If you've had the previous or the original SL120s, you'll be quite familiar with these new ones. The main differences I will talk about in this video, but they do have some different lighting features. There's multi-zones now. The back of the fan looks really nice, but they still connect together like this, how they did on the original ones, which I think is pretty much the main selling point. The fact that you can connect so many of these fans together, and like I got 3 here, but you can keep on going. Probably 4 would be your max, but you can keep on going, and then you just have 2 single cables come out, which makes it very, very clean. So let's jump in and take a look at these fans. But before that, this video was brought to you by ASRock and the Z590 OC formula. Collaborated with professional overclocker Nick Shee, the Z590 OC formula is designed and built with no compromises. Featuring a 16-phase design with 90 amp SPS, 12-layer PCB and SMD DIMM slots, help with memory signal margin for better overclocking, OC buttons for dialing in those exact frequencies at the precise time, and an OLED screen for displaying important real-time stats. Learn more in the link below. If you've used or managed to snag the original UNIFANs, then you'll feel right at home with the new AL120s. The main differences are within the fan itself and the RGB lighting. The fan is still based on a fluid dynamic bearing, but the impeller is now 6% larger for better efficiency. We also see an increase to 2.62 for static pressure. The inner fan size is also larger compared to the original, without the frame RGB light as seen on the original UNIFANs taking up additional room. The AL120s don't have this feature, which allows for this area to be larger. Maximum noise levels are slightly reduced to 28.3 decibels. In terms of aesthetics, LIAN LI have gone with a similar design as before, but instead we find a metal rectangle on the sides instead of that cutout for the RGB found on the original UNIFANs. I really like the chrome chamfered edges, and these can be found on both the white and the black models. Oh, and the grey corner rubbers are now white. In terms of lighting, LIAN LI have gone with a completely new style. Unlike the original UNIFANs, which had frame RGB but no blade lighting, the AL120s ditched the full frame RGB and focused more on specific areas for lighting. The main area you'll see is center RGB for blade illumination. Personally, I prefer this over the previous UNIFANs, as this provides much more internal case lighting. Secondly, each corner has a customizable bit of RGB, and lastly the backside has an RGB ring. Both the blade lighting and the corner RGB can be controlled independently via the UNIFANS software. The backside center ring gets controlled via the blade lighting. You may have noticed that the frame side of the fan is much cleaner. There's no ugly sticker, branding or information here, just a nice metal badge with that RGB ring. Definitely a nice touch when running the fans as intake. With these new features, the supply controller has been upgraded to link up to 4 together for up to 64 fans. LIAN LI states that the AL120s should not be connected to the previous UNIFANS controller. Jumping into the software, we see a few changes. Fan speed control stays the same with the ability to control all fans together or each group of fans separately. Types of fan control include PWM, quiet, high, full speed and manual. Moving over to RGB control, and here are where we see some of the changes. Bear in mind, this is the new version of the software, so some of these features may also pop up for the original UNIFANs. The main differences is the drop-down box under LED mode. This is where you can control the whole fan's lighting together, corners and blade RGB, or you can select the corner lighting or blade lighting and control them separately. For example, white for the corners and blue for the blade lighting is one effect you can have. The lighting direction is also a nice touch, which means you can install the fans in your system, then control the direction of the RGB later on. Just a note that this isn't an option on every mode. Fan information under each group is handy, as you get a good overview of what all the fans are running at in your system. Now as you can see, these fans look pretty sweet. Now with these new fans, it does come the new software, that is the L Connect 2. Now, I think LIAN Li did try to release this software and a firmware upgrade a few months ago. I don't think it went down too well, so they actually took it off their site. But from my testing now, especially with the new controller, this software has been running flawlessly. I've had no issues at all. But in saying that, if you are running the original UNIFAN AL120s, you can firmware flash the controller that comes with them. That's the original controller, and that'll give you some of the new features on the new AL120 2 software. But you need to update the firmware to get the software to work. And in saying that, you can run both controllers in the one system. The AL120 2 software now has an option up the top left. It'll have the SL fans and then the AL120 fans, which are the new ones. And the main difference is for the AL, you'll have that extra little RGB control for the center and the corners. Now, another feature on the software I really do like, which was lacking on the old controller, was the auto run. So you can now auto run it with Windows. I think if you remember previously, you had to create a shortcut, put it in the all users or whichever your username was to run in startup. Now there is a settings tab up the top right, and you can set it to auto run when Windows starts. And then another beautiful bit of this software now is that it doesn't just stay up in the middle of your screen when your PC boots. It now minimizes, well, it doesn't even start and minimizes, it just runs straight from the system tray, and then all your fans go to the current profile you have set. Because on the original previous ones with the old software, the software would start, your fans would change, and then the software would just sit in the middle of your screen, and you had to either minimize it or close it down to the system tray if you wanted it out of your way. Now, these fans do of course come in white and black, which you probably saw in this video. And then in terms of price, which you're all waiting to probably hear, the 3-pack that comes with the controller, which is this here, is $89.99 USD, so basically $90 US, and then a single fan just on its own. So if you obviously need 4 fans, you're not gonna buy 2 3-packs and then you'll have some spare. You'll just buy a 3-pack and then a single fan, and that doesn't come with a controller, which makes sense. That comes in at $29.99 US, so $30 for that, which is, I think, is pretty decent. It's a little bit more expensive than the previous ones, but you are getting the updated controller, the updated software, and you are getting the extra RGB lighting effects. And then as for 140mm variants, I did ask LIAN Li that, and they are coming a little bit later on. So if you are interested in those, they are coming. But that's pretty much it on this video. Just a quick look at these new fans. I just wanted to push these out for the launch because I do think they really do look good. If you did notice on my recent Liquid Ghost build, I launched last week in the small SFF Ghost S1 case. I did use those. I had a lot of people asking where did I get them. I couldn't really say too much, but yeah, I did use them in that build and they did look really good. But yeah, that's it for this video. I want to thank LIAN Li for sending these out. I want to thank you guys for watching and see you next time.